Hello everyone, I'm Andy. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm here with another quick and easy interactive page. I'm making the Country Gingham journal. There's a link to a playlist in the description box below where I share all of my videos relating to this journal, including how to make it, how to make the handmade embellishments, and step by step how I construct the base of the journal, sharing everything from printing the pages, selecting which ones to use, making the cover and adding the signatures. Right, so I'm selecting this page here because I want my element to be the same as this background. So I've got two pieces so far. So this one measures, it should be 9 by 4.5. Okay, so what I'm going to do is on each end, on each short end, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Like so. Okay, and then fold, and then I'm just going to just nip it to find the center so I can do a small shallow thumb notch, just very shallow because you don't want it showing. We're going to add a flap. Okay, just a small one like that. All right, so now this can go in our journal. No, it can't, not yet. So then I'm getting a contrasting colour, and this one measures, what does it measure? I need one piece that measures, let me think, one piece that measures 8 by 4 and another piece that measures 7 by 3.5. So this piece here, so let's just bob this to one side a minute. So this larger piece, 8 by 4, we're gonna score each end at 1/2 inch, and that end at 1/2 inch, and then I'm gonna score the bottom at 1/2 inch. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to do my folds, where those folds overlap in a cross. I'm going to cut directly across the X like so. Okay, I'm going to fold it in half and pinch the middle so that I can do my little thumb notch again. Just a very shallow one, just a small one, just helps you get in and out of the pocket. I think I can go a bit deeper than that. Okay, and then what you want to do is this piece is going to go onto the other piece that I've given you. Okay, it should layer on perfect. I've cut it right. Have I? Have I cut that right? Let me think. I think it just needs a hair width off. I think we'll get away with it. So fold the bottom part down. We're not gluing that yet. And these two sides here, I want to glue onto the backing piece, which I've used the same paper. And you want the white bit showing inwards. Okay, so we're gluing that on there, and we're gluing that on there, and we're leaving that flat down. Okay, we're not gluing that. And you want to make sure that this backing piece is not getting in the way of that folding flat, but we're not gluing that onto the backing piece. Are you with me? Okay, so that's protruding ever so slightly. Let me just make sure it's straight, which it is. It don't matter about that. So now we can add this one. Okay, so we can glue this straight down to our page with these two side flaps, and then put a small bead of glue all along the bottom. Okay, you can place it where you want it, not too close to the spine, okay? So this should more or less fit your page top to bottom. If you're doing a letter size journal, you'll have to adjust the size, but you just want 1/2 inch at each side for a folding flap. You don't want this right up to the spine, okay? And before this piece here dries, you're gonna get this bit, you're gonna put some glue on there, okay, on there, okay, and we're going to slide it under. So we've got a double layer, okay, centralize it, okay, maybe should have done pink then blue, but never mind. Okay, so push that right up so that it's nice and snug, and then press all of that down. And when that's dry, you've got this pocket here. Let's just get rid of that glue, okay? Don't worry if you can see a little bit. You need to leave a small amount of room for it to be able to fold, okay? Right, so what you want to do now is create 2 flaps. So I've got one here, which is correct. So I'm going to, let me just think how I'm going to do this, because I was thinking we could have a flap there and a flap there, so you could have 2 flaps, but maybe we'll just have the one. Maybe we'll just have the one. Let me think. I had this idea and now I'm not too sure. Let me just think. Because if I want that to be a flap over both, it's going to need to be bigger. Quite like the idea of having 2 envelopes, to be honest. So I'm going to make 2 flaps. So I'm going to score this down along the shortest edge at 1/2 inch. That's going to help me adhere it. Okay. That doesn't look straight, does it? Let me try that again. Okay, I've got myself sorted. I scored it wrong and it threw me. So this one is 8 by 2 with a 1/2 inch score. Fold it, mite to the corners. And this one is 7 by 2 with a 1/2 inch score. Fold it, mite to the corners. Now I'm going to round those bits. I get my corner chomper. I'm just going to do them 1/4 inch. I don't want them too severe. Okay. Same here. Okay, so now you can add some glue on here. You can slip it inside here. Make sure you are overlapping those original 1/2 inch tabs from the construction of the actual pocket. Okay, fold it, line it up and make sure it's straight, press and dry. And then you've got, that's one pocket there. Okay, leave it to dry, and the same with the second. We're going to add the glue here. And we are going to slide that in there again, over the tabs, like so. You could almost move that one up. No, I want it right in. So right up, just move it up a little bit so that you can actually physically get in the pocket, but we've put those little thumb notches there for that reason. Okay, right about there. Line it up, make sure it's all straight. Okay, and commit with the glue. So there you've got, on the page, you've got a pocket there, and you've also got a pocket there, and it's all seamless. Okay, and then you just need to decide on your closure. Interesting. Let me have a think. So I do like my little ties So what I could do is do my little, what I normally do, which are my little 1/2 inch circles or 1 inch circles. So to make these, I get my 1 inch circle punch. Okay. And okay, so I've sped this part up because I've done it multiple times on various videos, and this is a very easy circle closure. So all you need to do is decide what you want closing and punch several 1 inch circles. You want to glue them back to back. You want at least 2 layers, if not 3 if it's paper. If it's lightweight cardstock, 2 will be enough. Then you wait for those circles to dry, and you do one for one side of the closure and one for the other. Then you get the circle. You are going to set an eyelet. Before you do that, you fold the circle in half. Okay, nice and neatly and crisply, and you punch a hole in 1/2 of the circle, only on 1/2, and then on that 1/2 you set an eyelet. Now I've sped it up, but I've not edited it out. I really did struggle with these eyelets, and I've left it in so that you know that if you ever set eyelets and they go all squashed wrong, they don't play nicely, that it's not you that's doing it wrong. Some of these cheaper eyelets that you get from, you know, cheap China places can sometimes squash not nicely. So I've left it in to show you that I struggle with that problem sometimes, so that you know it's not just you. And all I do is I take them out and I just do it again, and eventually it will work. Sometimes it just happens, it's one of those things. So if it happens, don't think it's you. So then all you do is you glue the other side of the circle that doesn't have an eyelet and place it where you want it. So I've got one to one side of the pink envelope, and I'm going to put one on the top side of the blue envelope, and then you just find something to tie them together. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm editing this bit in because I'm not happy with this here. I don't like it, it looks rubbish. So I stopped the video and I thought, what have I got? And I've got some nice seam binding, so we're having this instead. Okay. I need to go buy some more. I need to go and buy some nice pretty gingham and spotty dotty ribbons in my lovely pastel colours, and I need some twine like this in that colour and in yellow and in maybe green. So that will now hold nicely. And also, whilst I was off, I was thinking how nice this would look if we had if we added that embellishment there as well. Okay, so I might just do that. Not decided fully yet. Okay, and that will tie, and that will look infinitely more pretty because it's seam binding instead of embroidery thread. Okay, and I'm happy with that now. So now we've got a cute little double pocket. This seam binding don't want to sit nice. I'm losing the will to live. It's all going wrong, but you get the idea. It's a super pretty idea. I think I will have that there. And then I've left this space here in case I want to put, you know, something like a page tab or something on there. Okay, I can still access that section there. All right, so yeah, I quite like that actually. I think I'm going to put that there, and I think I'm going to have that there as well. So then obviously, you know, when it's all undone, you have got a pocket there which you can put a journaling card in. Okay, just about fits. And then that flips, you can journal on the back, and you've got a pocket there for some larger items. All right, so there we go, that's that idea. Let's glue this on. Where's my glue? And hopefully you can give it a try, have a play with it, and see what you can come up with. And I think that's really pretty. Okay, so let's just faff with this for the last time before I actually go completely crazy, because whilst it's worked, it didn't go to plan, and that's my own fault. because I don't plan what I'm doing. I have these ideas, I switch the camera on, and whatever happens, happens. But that's what crafting is, and that's what I encourage you to do, okay, is just make things up as you go. That's how you come up with fun ideas. So that is a lovely, lovely page now, and I will probably make the same item and put it in the second signature. So when I'm making these things, okay, same as we made the, wherever it is, where's it gone? The interactive sliding pocket with hidden journaling, I'll do one in one signature and one in the second. If you get a good idea, don't rewrite the story, just repeat it. I hope that helps. Got there in the end. Such a simple idea. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.